TGIF, y'all. Y'all know what that means. TGIF?
Yes.
All right, there's...
What's that mean for you, Tam?
Thank God it's Friday.
Yes!
There's so much to be happy about today because we've made it to the end of the week.
Amen.
And yes, and you know how we like to get down here at The Real. It's
Sure.
not just Friday, it's Friday! Okay, now usually our resident bartender, Marcel, brings us our Friday drinks, but because he puts in those long hours, we've decided to give him the day off.
Yeah.
Yes, our Friday drink today is a cherry blossom teeny.
It's so
We'll be showing you
pretty.
how to make it later on in the show.
Yes.
It's really pretty. It looks very
Honey,
light.
we didn't even
we gotta
cheers
cheers.
yet.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Sorry.
Yes.
There's always that one person, dude, that always takes
Usually
a sip
me.
before we cheers.
Me?
A toast to everybody, our audience. Cheers to you.
Yes.
Look me in my eyes.
Cheers.
Eye contact.
Yes.
Cheers,
yes.
girl.
Yes. Look. Yes.
Okay.
Cheers.
All right.
Look
Who's
me
ready
in
for
my
some girl
face.
chat? You guys ready?
Oh my God, this is so good. Oh my God.
I need more liquor in mine.
I like
This is
it.
good. Oh, I love it. Okay.
Ooh.
Speaking of drinks, when it comes to a first date, many choose to meet up for a quick cocktail, right? Especially if you're like, well, if you're trying to date blogger Katie Horwood, you better not take her out to get coffee, okay? Because this is a big debate now.
Okay.
So Katie wrote an article for the Metro UK titled, "Why Lunchtime Coffee Dates Are Everything That Is Wrong with Modern Dating." Katie says that she feels like a coffee date is the easy way for a guy and indicates to her that he didn't invest a lot of time in planning the date. So Katie added, quote, "A coffee at lunch is like a job interview, lining dates up like potential employees and allowing half an hour to assess whether someone fits your dating standards." So ladies, this is what a lot of people do nowadays. Do you think single ladies should dine or dash with a guy who asks them out to get coffee on a first date?
No, she said he hasn't invested anything. Girl, he don't know you.
Exactly.
Like, what do you want? Like, I just don't get how we put so many limitations these days on, like, what is acceptable for a first date, what's not acceptable for a first date. A lot of people actually date people that are in similar circles as them, so they've gotten to know them, they've hung out with them a few times, and they'll be like, yo, dude, I like that one girl, and then you go on a date with her, but you've met her before. You
Right.
can't expect for someone to invest in you when they don't even know you.
Yeah.
Give them a chance. Have some coffee. See if there's a connection there. If, like, for instance, if he only met you on, like, Match or has seen your photo on social media, at least give an opportunity for coffee, which is very simple. It's short, and it's not a big investment, which it shouldn't be on the very first day.
I totally agree with you. I think today, as you notice, isn't your time getting really harder and harder
you
to
get
spend
older.
quality time? Yes, you want to spend time with your family, with people you know and love. So nowadays, I think 30 minutes is like the new 30-day trial.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about? Like
Right.
when you signed up for Netflix or you signed up for your Uber account or something, like they give you a 30-day free trial and let you
Yeah.
just test drive it. Well, if I like you enough, then I will renew you after the 30 minutes. You know?
Heard that, Katie.
Right?
I like that perspective.
Yes.
What?
You got to test
No,
drive it out.
I think that not only, I think we look at it wrong. I think that we look at the guy, but what about me? Maybe I don't want to, invest all my time in you. So I
Yes.
think that it's good to do coffee, first of all, because especially if you're online dating, you date a lot. So meals can get expensive, drinks can get expensive. So I think that the coffee, first of all, if he ain't paying for my coffee, then he ain't gonna pay for dinner. And that's
Right.
already your tax.
I see Tam's face over there.
I know. I guess, honestly, I didn't date a lot,
Yeah.
as you guys know. So to me, when I go on a date, it is a big deal for me. And I can't, this is just me, I can't drink coffee after like 12 p.m.
Oh my God.
I get really, really anxious and I can't sleep at night.
You know you
Serious.
can get tea, right?
Yeah.
I know, but still, when I think of coffee, I think of coffee date. And then when I think of a coffee date, I think of, the atmosphere is really, really loud.
That's the
where
best
I
way to
really
see if
want
you're a fool.
I know, but I really want to focus on my date and really see if it's going to go somewhere. And I like a little alcohol.
Yes.
So, like, on my
Tam.
first date.
No one said you can't put a little woohoo in that coffee.
exactly.
I know, but I also like the atmosphere of a restaurant. I like the candles. I guess I'm a
I
huge
think-
romantic.
I think-
Have you been in a situation where you sit down with the brother and then 30 minutes in, you're like, oh my God, I
No,
still gotta
see,
get
and
through
that's
a
the
whole
thing
meal.
because
Yeah.
I didn't
I
really
think
date
it's
a
a
lot.
different type of date than what you're talking about.
Yeah.
We're talking about
A
people
meetup.
that, right.
I think we're talking about an initial, like,
Right.
meeting each other for the first
Okay.
time.
Right.
This young woman seems to expect that, like, he should have planned an entire day for her.
Right.
You know, a car to pick her, like, something a little bit more
Yes.
elaborate,
Yes.
which I
Right.
guess you would feel would be, like, a bigger investment on taking her on a date. And I'm like, girl, one more time, he don't know you.
Right. Online, it's different now, Tam.
Yeah,
you know, because
I've
of technology
dated, like-
and online, and
Yes.
people are meeting online, or people meet like maybe for a minute. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's like you just want to
She's
test
not
the
wrong,
waters.
though.
No,
She's
you're not wrong about a
the
date.
intentionality is what you're talking about.
Yes.
The intentionality
Yes,
to
because
actually
it takes
spend
a lot.
time.
It
But I
takes a
think
lot
that's
to
a
get a first
second
date
date.
with me, though.
Yeah.
It does. It takes a lot.
It take a lot. What it
Yeah.
take, babe? What
Yeah.
it take? I want to
Maybe.
bring up another point though about the reason why I like meeting if it's a first time online date.
Mm-hmm.
I like to see them sober. Okay, and so
That is true.
sometimes
That's great.
alcohol will cloud
That's
your
true,
judgment.
man.
And it's
you
safe
know.
in the daytime.
Yes.
There's other people
Yeah,
there.
yeah. So it's like if you're online, I just like for
For
women to be
meeting
safe.
for the first time.
Right,
For meeting
right.
for the first time. Now, granted, if you work with somebody, like, there are a lot of people that get together in work environments, like
Right.
they've seen each other around. Obviously, again, one more time, you know that person.
Yeah.
Right.
And now this is just your first date.
Yes.
Yes.
And
Different.
if the
Yes.
coffee goes well, you could always extend it. You
Yeah,
could
that's
always
true.
say the
Are you
30-day
hungry?
trial has rolled out.
You
now,
could go from
let's extend it for the year.
dinner.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
To
know people that
dessert.
literally have gone for like a coffee, like to somewhere like, you know, where we go for lunch sometimes, Olive and
Uh-huh,
Tina.
yes, uh-huh.
Like, go to like a cute cafe and
Yes.
it's actually very romantic and whimsical. You order the coffee that has like the pretty hearts in it and they draw those things with the, you know.
Yeah.
And you go there and you enjoy yourself. And I literally know people that got married from a first initial meeting that way.
Well,
and
it's
actually,
everything's possible.
we did email each other back
Yeah.
and forth for like a month.
Oh, yeah.
We
Before
called
dating?
and talked. Yeah.
So you knew
Yeah.
each other.
Yes, after
Yeah.
a while.
But
Oh.
but
See
see, I like that old school way of dating.
Yeah,
I
very
actually
old school.
like the long, what we used to do back in our day before
Yeah.
texting. We talked for hours on the phone. Do you remember
Yes.
talking to your high school
Yes.
crush?
Those
or your
were the
college crush?
days.
And then they would write you letters from college.
Yes.
Those things should not go to waste. Those
Yes.
things still happen today.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Well,
Absolutely.
those were the good old days, but now we got different ways of dating now. So you just be careful out there, ladies and gentlemen, all
Yes,
right?
be
Now,
careful.
from dates that feel like a job interview to a tip that can help you nail one, recruiter Bruce Hurwitz recently gave some shocking advice to women in hopes of helping them land a job. When you go in there into the interview, he says, take your engagement ring off. That's what Bruce says. He says, girl, yeah. He says, if you want to make the best impression, lose the ring because when a man sees it, it makes him think that you are high maintenance.
Wow.
Wow. Now, this was an interview. It went viral, y'all. It got a lot of negative reactions. However, one woman, she couldn't land a job with a ring on. So she said, I'll try it out. She got a job. She ended up
What?
getting the job. Yeah, she ended up getting the job. And first of all, they were saying, too, that sometimes, even if it's a female interviewer, and if they see the ring and it's a big ring, they may size you up, too. So
Yes.
that's what he's saying.
I'm surprised that there's a surprised reaction from everybody because this has been going on for a long time. I have friends who will hide if they are pregnant, like say, first month or second month pregnant, because they know, you're nodding because you know what's up. They know the employer will judge that their life is about to change. They're going to have to ask for maternity leave and all these other things, which is, that's illegal to do, to prejudge somebody like that.
Right.
But what I think people need to know out there is it doesn't matter if the woman is planning a wedding or a pregnancy. When she's not doing that, she's planning her future. She's planning her family. She's
Right.
planning her educational goals. She's planning her finances. She's planning what she's going to wear next week. So the point is, we can multitask because
we
we are
can.
women.
Yes, we
and so we
can.
can do that and then some. So don't let that hold us back from
Yeah.
your employment.
That is so
I think
rude.
this is super creepy.
It is rude, but
It
it's real.
is.
It's actually real, very real.
Well, they say because people size up. But you know what? I wanted to give some real tips for women, during your interview. First of all, work on your handshake, all right?
Oh,
That's
yes.
very important. Don't
I-
offer a
yes.
flimsy or
What if you
sweaty
have a
hand.
clammy hand?
They wipe it off. Try to wipe it off.
But you
No,
can,
this-
but
this
it's
is real.
real.
Just try, or try to get at the edge with them, like that, and then go like
No,
that
I
real
wonder if
hard.
that's a real thing.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
real.
because I'm
Adrian?
not being funny. Granted, thank God I work in an industry where, like, I can walk up to people and they're like, oh, my God, she was very friendly because I just go in for the hug. I'm not going to hand you my
But
clammy
sometimes
hand.
you
That's
can
disgusting.
say, like what you say, excuse my hands.
clammy
Ew,
hands.
Yeah, you can say
that's
that.
literally
You can
like,
say that. No,
that is so
seriously.
gross.
If you know
Excuse
your
my little
hand-
sweaty palm that you're about to get real
No, but
intimate with.
if it is sweaty, you can just play it off, like wipe it off.
No,
and
you
say,
know what I do,
like that.
guys?
What do you do?
Oh, okay.
What?
If I ever have to go into a corporate setting and I know that I might have to shake hands, I walk in with a water bottle. So I hold the water bottle like this, and I have a napkin around the water bottle.
Smart.
And the first thing I say is, "Oh my God, sorry, I'm holding the water." And you know how water sweats, the bottle perspirates, so they'll think whatever wetness they feel on my hand was just from the water bottle. And you'll go, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
Good idea.
I was
Why
holding
you
the
ain't say
bottle."
that? Then make me go through all of that.
I just thought of that. I just remembered. It's happened.
Okay, another advice.
Clubhouse here for the clammy
Here's
hand
something
folks.
else. Be enthusiastic and positive, and don't badmouth past employees.
Yes, that's a great
Yes.
one.
Yes.
That is
You
a
know,
great
at my
one.
last job,
Yeah.
I didn't like him at all. I told him and his mama I didn't like. Don't do that.
Don't they actually specifically ask questions like that?
Yes.
Well, why did you leave your past job? The key is to stay positive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
stay positive. Say like what?
Yes,
Like
in people that I hire, I'll always ask what I think is a trick question, but it's only a trick if you don't answer it right.
Yeah.
Which is, tell me a job skill that you're not good at, or tell me a past experience that ended negatively for you. And I'm actually looking for character. I'm looking for somebody who will actually own up to something that's truthful with
Yeah.
a mistake they made, because I want to know what you did from the negative, not just that you're perfect all the time, that you can come back from the wrong that has happened to you.
Yeah.
Right.
That's most important to me.
Yeah, or
that's
what?
good.
Or even when you ask somebody, well, why don't you work at this place anymore? How did that, that relationship end?
Yeah.
Like what?
Yep.
And you ask, and if they bash that other place, you're like, oh, that actually
Mm-hmm.
says a lot about your character versus saying, I just felt I was ready to move on to other things.
Yes.
It was an awesome experience there, but I'm ready to move on to new,
Just be
Yes.
positive, positive, positive.
Yes,
all right?
positivity.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The last tip I have, you'll like this one, Jeannie.
Okay.
You can chime in.
Okay.
Dress appropriately. Leave
yes.
cleavage and too short skirts and dresses at the club. You,
Yes.
See, today
you
I
want
came
both
appropriate.
men and women interviewers to take you seriously.
Yes, yes. And I really believe this. Try to avoid, I know you're a New Yorker, Aid, but try to avoid wearing black to interviews. Here's why. You want to be memorable. That person, you don't know, you could be the 30th person they're seeing all day. But wear a color that actually evokes the energy that an office would want. So yellow is good energy, purple is passion,
See, and I
red
would think
is
that
fire.
might be inappropriate to be so flashy at like a corporate job.
No, a good like this looks regal and this looks like presentable. It looks like
thank you.
it looks like she cares about herself. She walked in, you know what I mean? Like this might be a little too more charactery for a job interview. This might be a little more skin for like an office environment, But this,
Show them boobs, though.
Sorry.
okay?
yeah. But this is like something that's good, professional, and says, I'm proud about myself and I want to stand out and you're going to remember me from a color like that.
Yeah.
Well, and I think the biggest one is that we haven't mentioned yet is just be yourself.
Yes.
Be authentic. Authentic.
Yeah.
You can see when someone is trying to be someone else
Yes.
or trying to be intelligent or trying to be cool. No, just be true and be
Yes.
you.
Yeah.
And you'll be fine.
Yeah.
And when they later find out that you were engaged, that also says something
Oh my
about
God.
who you are, that you're
Yep.
denying a part of your life. That's just weird. I even remember growing up in like 3LW days, and it was like encouraged that like you shouldn't say that you had a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Like as
Oh, yeah,
artists,
as artists, yeah.
artists, they don't want you to say like when you're young or people want to view you as like, oh, there's a possibility like I could date her.
Right.
Kind of like your Justin Biebers. When those people first start out, they're like, nobody wants to find out that the guy of your dreams that you love has a girlfriend. So they actually would encourage that artists not say that they had boyfriends, to always appear single because you can keep the hope alive
Right.
with your fans.
Right.
Oh my God, that's such phony baloney, and I'm so grateful like Beyonce and Jay-Z that are like,
Exactly.
you could be a mom and you're
Yes.
still a sex symbol. You can have a husband and it's all good.
I think it's changed. Times are just changing,
Yeah.
especially for artists and stuff. So that's pretty good. And you know what? Don't use no big words at the interview if you don't
If
know
you
how to
don't
pronounce
know what it
it.
means, yes.
And you don't.
Yes.
Just indubiously.
Indubitably.
Yeah, don't say it like that.
Yes.
Hyperbilirubinemia. Don't.
I'm sorry, what?
Hyperbilirubinemia.
Exactly.
Yes, don't do that.
Boom, don't do that. Yeah, because you'll make a fool of
Yeah,
yourself.
just keep it simple. Simple words
Yes.
and just be
Yes.
yourself.
And
That's
be
it.
honest. Keep your rings on, ladies.
Absolutely.